budget problems.
They're supposed to give me a machine every 2 years, but now they're not giving it out.
Our DC Bureau is live with more on the Medicaid cuts troubling Republicans. Backtracks on tariffs.
Producers are already hedging their bets.
The latest on the executive actions towards Mexico and Canada. And 911 calls are released.
Political landscape right now is increasing the number of threats.
A man facing serious charges for his actions. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Anthony Cruz.
And I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Friday, March 7th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A budget battle in D.C. and how Republicans' proposed Medicaid cuts could affect many that rely on its benefits. The House GOP's latest budget proposal has left millions of Medicaid enrollees nationwide worried about the future of their benefits. The plan calls for the House Committee of Energy and Commerce, which oversees the healthcare program, to make multi-billion-dollar cuts.
Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Isabel Rivera is live with more on how this could impact South Floridians.
Good morning, Valentina and Anthony. Right now, I'm at the Department of Health and Human Services, where currently over 720,000 Miami-Dade residents are enrolled in Medicaid. Now, I spoke to a Hialeah mother and beneficiary who told me what these proposed cuts could mean for her and her son. Take a look.
15 years. That's how long 78-year-old Unice Hernandez and her son David Leal, a quadriplegic with muscular dystrophy, have relied on Medicaid for basic healthcare necessities. But what was once a steady stream of support has since dwindled.
The portable suction machine for David's tracheostomy, which is needed whenever someone takes him out, I now have to buy. And it's expensive. They're supposed to give me a machine every 2 years, but now they're not giving it out.
The budget proposal doesn't detail what programs the committee would forego, just that it make $880 billion worth of cuts. Policy expert Holly Bullard has a hard time believing healthcare funds will remain untouched.
Energy and Commerce oversees Medicaid and Medicare and very little else. And so when you're talking about almost $1 trillion of cuts, the scale of these cuts are more than any cuts that any other reconciliation package has had.
For Unice, the suggested cuts risk access to medications, mobility aids, and even the right food for her son.
Things would be difficult for me because I live off of my retirement. I can't work. They can't take away my benefits because everything is so expensive and I have to provide for David too.
Beyond their pockets, Dr. Olvin Carrasquillo warns that more South Floridians could suffer through preventable health complications like diabetes or heart attacks if the cuts go through.
I mean, I already see when I work in the inpatient, we admit all these patients with preventable stuff. Those are the cases that really bother me when I see a lot of stuff that could be prevented and just going on due to lack of health insurance.
That's why Unice holds out hope that local legislators will acknowledge the need of beneficiaries like her son.
What they have to do is look into it properly, figure things out with those who are truly in need because they exist.
The fate of Medicaid and programs like it remain up in the air until about April 15. That's when the House and the Senate will have to approve a final budget to send off to the president to be signed. Reporting live from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Isabel Rivera.
Police arrested a Florida man after they say he was making threats to kill President Trump. Caplin's Jose Rano has more on the investigation of this threat.
Are you Justin Blackson, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
34-year-old Justin Blossom said little when he made his first appearance in court Wednesday, but sheriff detectives say Blossom has plenty to say when he called 911 threatening President Donald Trump.
I want Donald Trump at my house as tomorrow is the last day on planet Earth.
According to the PBSO, Blossom made multiple 911 calls on February 26, which prompted the space to drive his Lotus home.
I'm a mass murderer. I need a ride to the airport to be taken to Trump Tower, to the White House, so I can assassinate the president.
The spies say when they arrive, he has nowhere to be found, but the next day, they were able to arrest him on the several charges, including making threats to discharge a destructive device.
I'm about to launch the missiles to destroy New York. I'm a Confederate soldier, and I'm getting revenge My missiles are attracted to Donald Trump's tower.
I think that's probably the idle rant of somebody who's mentally deranged.
We spoke with Jason Russell, a former Secret Service agent.
Not necessarily the words that were said, but a lot of the behaviors that might surround those words.
When someone makes a threat against a president, authorities will be also look at other things.
Any weapon ownership, the ability for somebody to travel. A good percentage of the people that make threats have some level of mental illness or they're experiencing some type of mental breakdown.
I'm Jose Ruano reporting for Caplin News.
And President Trump has hit pause on major tariffs that took effect earlier this week, signaling a massive shift in trade relations with the U.S.'s bordering countries. Caplin's Rafael Hernandez has the latest from Washington, D.C.
It's whiplash here in Washington as President Trump signed an executive order postponing tariffs on nearly all Mexican goods and some Canadian goods until April, but held firm in saying that tariffs were a way to accomplish his goals.
No, nothing to do with the market. I'm not even looking at the market because long term, the United States will be very strong with what's happening here.
Trump dismissed claims that falling U.S. stock market concerns influenced his decision to modify the tariff measure, instead saying he pushed back on the 25% tariff on all Mexican goods after speaking with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum. On his social media site Truth Social, he said the exemption was an accommodation, and out of a respect for President Sheinbaum. Our relationship has been a very good one, and we are working hard together on the border, both in terms of stopping illegal aliens and fentanyl. This comes shortly after the president delayed tariffs on automakers from Canada and Mexico for 1 month. With a trade war on both borders brewing, experts fear American consumers could end up paying the price.
Producers are already hedging their bets, and they're already going to be charging us at the supermarket. I can almost guarantee you that within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be feeling that.
The Trump administration's reciprocal tariff plan is still set to go into effect on April 2nd, aiming to match tariffs for American allies and rivals alike. Reporting from the White House, I'm Rafael Hernandez.
Reactions coming in this morning from an audio message from Pope Francis as he remains hospitalized. Yesterday, the 88-year-old pontiff thanked those praying for his health through an audio message from Gemelli Hospital in Vatican City. In Spanish, the Pope expressed his appreciation for well-wishers who have been praying in St. Peter's Square during his hospitalization. Here's the Pope's message in English. Take a listen.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your prayers for my health from the square. I accompany you from here. May God bless you and the Virgin protect you. Thank you.
Yesterday marked 3 weeks since the Pope has been hospitalized. The Vatican says it does not expect to issue any more updates until tomorrow.
And SpaceX is dealing with the fallout this morning after one of its rockets fell from the sky. The FAA has briefly halted some flights into Florida because of space debris. The SpaceX Starship rocket was on an unmanned mission. It crashed yesterday after launching from South Texas. An internal error resulted in the rocket running its self-destruct sequence.
Authorities issue an all clear after reports of an active shooter at a naval air station in Pensacola. Their statement comes after 3 gunshots were reported being heard near the air station. Upon further investigation, the local county sheriff found no signs of a shooter or anyone injured. They also found no evidence that any shots were fired.
And a Texas man was arrested in Florida after he allegedly stole and then swallowed diamond earrings worth $769,000. Authorities say 32-year-old Jathan Glinder pretended to be the personal shopper of an Orlando Magic player. According to police, Glinder forcefully took the earrings. Surveillance cameras captured the tag of his getaway car, and Florida highway troopers eventually caught up with Glinder on Interstate 10, where he was seen swallowing several objects. The sheriff's office ordered an x-ray. The detective suspects the foreign objects in the x-ray are the stolen diamonds. As of yesterday, the police officers have yet to recover any of the earrings.
Well, it was Vamos Gatos night last night, and the Panthers feeling good at home while looking to make a little season push.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
But they also see that it's not defining him and that he still carries on each day.
March is National Kidney Month. We'll share a story of a 4th grade boy who is waiting for a miracle. Newsbreak will be back in just 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Bringing awareness to the fight that many who suffer from kidney disease face in their search for a transplant. While most fourth graders are only worried about completing their homework, Leon Garfa is a large exception to this. The month of March honors people like Leon who are affected by kidney disease and in his case, need a new kidney.
WAND News reporter Caroline Reese visited Leon's school where he is raising awareness to his community and has more on the story.
He get it right. Think of the word I want. Hold on.
He shares his love and his joy, and it is so contagious. His dance moves every Friday.
An expert at the worm, future zookeeper, and a friend to everyone.
The happiness, the positiveness, and it spills over to everybody else. Everybody wants to be Leo's friend.
They know that he's going through a lot, but they also see that it's not defining him and that he still carries on each day.
This is Leon, and he knows how to fight.
I do not know what it feels like to be like everybody else in this world, because slowly but surely my kidneys are dying out.
The fourth grader, no stranger to tests and doctor's appointments.
We got his diagnosis that he has IPEX, which is a very rare autoimmune disorder. They finally started watching like his kidney function test, and then she's like, yeah, there's something going on here. We almost lost him a couple times.
Now, the kid who helps everyone is the one searching for help.
We found out that I'm going to have a kidney transplant. If I don't get a new kidney, I'm going to have to go on a special treatment called dialysis, and I've been on 4 types, and I did not like it.
His teachers and classmates by his side while he waits for that call.
I kind of feel bad for him. Sounds really scary.
But Leon isn't afraid.
You would never know he's sick, but that's all he's ever known. He has the best demeanor. I'm gonna cry.
And while he waits for that kidney, Leon continues to remind everyone how to dance in the rain.
People need some organs, and we can do it.
We are bringing awareness to the school along with the community.
If you want to be a donor, thank you.
Caroline Reese, WAND News.
Well, if you thought that Matthew Tkachuk's season-ending injury and a couple of mid-season trades would derail the Panthers, you would be wrong. They're 4-1 since the break, with their last dub coming last night against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Let's take you to the first period where they may not have Tkachuk, but the Barkov to Reinhart connection is still too much for teams to handle. And the captain continued to make plays in the second. Here he shoots it, it gets tipped out, but the rookie Mackie Samoskevich with a wrister to put it back in. He'll have a bigger role as the season goes on. The final score was Blue Jackets 0, Panthers 3. The Cats will stay at home to face the Buffalo Sabres tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
And we're coming.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Well, that's all the time we have for Newsbreak this morning. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Anthony Cruz. It's Field Trip Friday here at Caplin News. Today's live studio audience is from Lamar Louise Curry Middle School. My middle school, Valentina. Thanks. Thanks for joining us. Get more news anytime at kaplannews.fiu.edu.